as we go into turn 12, because usually not much happens. Look at that, my word. That is an enormous crash, and that is why we've had the repair. So side by side, into turn 12 we go. And Suzuka does not...
He's got the overlap, he's going to force the issue. PK's still there, through, he's going to go Heidfeld. And Heidfeld saw that all happen in front of him. PK's damaged, Burns in the barriers, and we are going to have a safety car.
He used me to turn, totally run into me in the middle of the corner, and then didn't leave me any room on the outside, and he had plenty of room on the right, and he just, completely pushed me into the wall. So very, very, very unfair driving from him.
Will pick their way through a 7, 8, 9, 10 car issue. LAP's Mustang is bent and broken, and they didn't even get to the start line before we had the incident. Pick the bones out of that core Motorsport in there. Also see the 71 Aston Martin in there as well. This is a huge coming together. BGB Porsche in there. The Steve Vetterau, number 37, Peregrine Racing car in there as well. I can't even see them all, and there's some walking wounded
Turner
as well.
96 in there too.
Well, that's what happens when you start the back. Scott Thompson in the 30 Mustang going slowly for LAP. That was one of the ones that was more easy to pick out. I reckon that's at least 7 cars in stationary at the moment, and probably another 2 or 3. This is not going to be a quick clean-up, Peter Mackay, because there are fluids on the service. This is absolutely what we didn't want to see. It all happened at the back of the 33 car GS grid. Green flag, and all it took was, it was a bit of a push by the bright orange Mustang and bright orange AMG, excuse me, to the car in front that spun it to the left. Managed to get away with just the pop bonnet. I think we might see some sanctions applied. The driver's right-hand side is where it started. It was on the far side of the track, and then spear across to the other side. It's gone in forwards, then backwards out of the car. And it was just that bump again, that same bump. Cool tyres, just as I said, this is the first flying lap. You come round, the car is not at full operating height. Right rear that went in first, and then the whole of the back of the car a little bit. Over the bumps here. Oh, there's a touch on the leader, he's off! He's off, that's a huge one! And Durrani's over. This is full course yellow. The car's upside down. Clipped a GT car as he was going through. And the strive for 5 is over for Pipo Durrani. And the car's held up extremely well on top of the tyres on the far side of the circuit. Full course yellow immediately. A lot of scraping and wear on the bottom of that car where it's been over the bumps. There's absolutely nothing people can do to get out of that car.
Sorry,
it's
moments
gone.
after I said.
And it was the number 21 that he hit the Ferrari left front of that car damaged. Just a little clip as they went side by side as people was putting a lap on the Ferrari. 58 and 52, so that wasn't close. And that was a high-speed impact for Hedman. I take it back, Henrik. He didn't confuse me by parking it there. He had no choice whatsoever.
Here's a replay. He's a little bit wide. There's a bit of damage to the left rear.
Gets
just
wide.
way out in the grey, and then Montecalvo had nowhere to go.
Yep.
You can't turn from there either. Once you're at that point of the racetrack where you're already on the throttle.
Into the tire wall and the secondary impact.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Even bigger than the first.
He's just wide all the way through, Dorsey. Got into the grey.
Yeah, he got into the grey and the car wouldn't turn. It pushed straight out to the wall. Montecalvo had nothing he could do.
Just like overcorrection and off course into the tires and just launches the car. That's a much better impact, believe it or not, than hitting a concrete barrier.
All weekend goes to, and we've had more Enzo Cheng and Antoine Gattani. That's big. That's big. Rick Armstrong's involved too. That's on the main straight here at Phillip Island. That is huge. We'll go safety car here. Look at the damage.
Now we do have that car against the fence there as well, which is the driver's side, which does have a little bit of flame coming out of the back of it, which is also a bit of a concern, given we've got a recovery helping elsewhere on the circuit. So hopefully he red flags the right decision by race control in this circumstance. Good to see him getting out of the car okay.
That's. I mean, we don't like to see cars like that, but that's the champion, Antoine Gattani, getting out of his car. That's good. Looks like Rick Armstrong out of his car too. That has, and he's raising his hands, Rick, in the gesture is one of frustration about what happened there, why.
Awkward timing, I think, with that recovery happening and sort of not seeing it ourselves. It's going to be hard to understand what's exactly gone wrong here, maybe as the red flags have come out.
Enzo Cheng leads. Now, has he slowed for the safety car? Everything bunches up. Oh! Goodness me, that is massive. It nearly climbs the wall. That is wild. Let's have a look at it here. You talk us through this here.
The safety car boards have just come out. Good to see that the safety car marshal is all clear there, but I mean that just looks like a big sort of lift off by Enzo. They're slowing up for the safety car that's also deployed coming out of pit lane at a similar time. That's a monstrous accident.
Has Enzo slowed anticipating the safety car coming on? The safety car's coming on right at the final moment there. I'm only question marking. We need to hear from the drivers and get their perspective as to why that's happened. But a sudden and understandable, I guess, in some respects, slow from Enzo, but everyone closing still at a decent rate. Safety car boards had obviously just been shown or deployed.
Just going out almost as he climbed into the back of that other car. So.
87秒、もう1台あれ左側にいますよね。左側にあるような気がしますね。ちょっとなんですかね、タイヤと大丈夫でしょうか、ドライバーも。左の車が何でしょうか、87号車の周りを走っていた車というと、さあセーフティーカーです。
Yeah, expect the pro drivers to make a little bit of forward progress in this opening stint. Yeah, side by side between the GP Racing teammates going into the first corner. At the end of the first lap, 1.3 seconds is the advantage, and off the road goes the Seb Lejeune racing car, and that is a huge, unbelievable shunt after contact with another Porsche Cup car. An absolutely horrendous accident for Seb Lejeune from the lead in Porsche Cup. That is unbelievable. Red flag has been called. The race has been suspended, and unsurprised.
Just kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh, and there are others.
That incident actually was between Correa and Murray, and then at that point, Pearson's really got nowhere else to go. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like Seb Murray just soft lock up there, takes out Correa, dings his teammate.
Gonna be a fun run to the finish. Allgaier inside is in control, pulling into the outside. That was definitely a misshift. Big damage there for the one of Carson Quapple. They're scattered, and it is a parking lot on the front straightaway at Martinsville. Caution number 12.
It's heartbreak. Such a great day he had going.
And I think he's going to be okay. It was everything that pursued behind him. He's obviously going to feel terrible.
Still got a lot of racing here.
That's the truth.
Yeah, but this is 2 in a row, so I think we found the culprit the last time that it slowed up. It was definitely sort of not getting into third gear, most likely. And these gears...
We take a look back here. This was 2 laps before the actual wreck. You see, oh, he got really loose. Yeah. Got up out of the groove, got into some of the marbles there. Oh, man.
Oh, man. It's like it locked the rears. Wow.
Yeah, it's almost something, looks like something broke.
Yes.
Whether in the braking and he had to panic to get on the brakes there.
Here they are in the Poet restart zone. Allgaier and Jones. Both drivers have...
A few drivers deciding to start on that soft compound, the red sidewall tire. That's Rossi, Rasmussen, Kiffin Simpson, and Scott Dixon, which is a big surprise. Power in a big way. Wow.
A big one for Will Power.
Oh, yeah.
It's over in turn 5 where we've seen Will struggle a bit on the brakes.
But no, to get that far to the barrier that quickly, that smells like...
What a battle we are watching. And DeTulio, he's got to defend here. He's got to cover the line tight, and he doesn't quite.
Taylor to the inside, they come together. Both spin. Nikita Johnson weaving his way through traffic. Lap cars involved, and Johnson now has taken over this race.
Go, go, go. Keep it going.
A heap of the cushion in 3 and 4. Have to wind that momentum back in the thing. 5 laps to go. Lockie McHugh coming up again on this Michael Stewart car. And James McFadden is not going away. 4 to go.
The fact that McFadden can reel back in McHugh is just testament to the car speed he's got right now. Here comes McFadden, the PCB Hotwell. 23X. Stewart gets the concrete in front of your leaders. McFadden stays upstairs. McHugh slides the lap car of Michael Stewart with 3 to go. J-Mac to the inside and we go to yellow. Are you kidding me?
Oh, no.
Oh, we're on for a grandstand finish and the yellows come on. Corbett's clearly frustrated.
Oh,
with
no.
Kratzman and Goodyear is upside down.
Under
courtesy
yellow.
Of everyone else's mistakes. And Goodyear is off the Richter scale and absolutely fired up right now. And you cannot blame him.
Under yellow lights, playing games like that.
3 and 4 all night being a little bit narrower than 1 and 2, and that may have been what caused that incident there at Route 66 Motor Speed.
And no, 2 go off. Miles Rowe and Max Garcia, teammates with Able Motorsports. Rowe, a part of the Force Indy program.
The Supra was sliding around after contact from the Mustang. Oh, and Mason Harvey goes around the outside and across into the tyres at high speed. Massive accident.
And Dylan Bloomfield trying to eat him over the top, so it's Gulbig, a short slider across the nose of Bloomfield. They make contact down the front straightaway. That opens up the door for the Shark, and we got big time carnage in turn number 4. DJ Neto upside down, back on all 4s. The 29 of Bud Canning, Mariah Eade sitting backwards in turn 4 as well.
Trigger on the full course yellow because you have a car that's off track and spinning in front of other cars there, and it looks like a pretty major impact. I'm pleasantly surprised that he was able to drive.
Have a look here. Watch this. Bubba Wallace, here we go, guys. And you're all over it, Mike. Go ahead, take it. Oh, you saw it.
Chastain's leaving a little room there to chase Briscoe as he enters the corner.
Oh,
pow!
Man. That's one.
I'm telling you what, there's got to be more to that story. Because that right there...
That took about a quarter of the field.
Well, I mean, Bubba Wallace just drove flat through the 77 cars, so I would assume that there was something that happened before that for that type of aggression.
Yeah, that was definitely on purpose.
He was mad.
Yeah.
I mean, I see him pull down the block right there. You see him just throttle up right there and just drive through it.
That wasn't a big enough block to warrant that, though. There's more to that story. I agree with you.
Chris Buescher will get the free pass from Bubba Wallace.
Keep coming straight through the middle.
Ended his day.
We're done. Right front's killed.
Although Bubba was off the throttle, all that momentum.
Well, he was off
that stack up.
He was off the throttle after he was in the throttle. Right here, you can see him just continuously, and then he gets out of the throttle right here to try to get off of him. But man, that
to slow it down.
Oh, he lost it early. He dropped the right side into the grass.
He said on the radio, touch the grass on entry, hits the gravel. Does it skip up a little bit? Yeah, right before he gets to the wall.
Oh, my goodness.
The second bit of gravel, this darker gravel, it's almost elevated a bit.
Watch the onboard and watch where he places his right tires on the entry to the corner right here.
Yeah.
El deporte, del automovilismo nacional, la pantalla BTV, lo mejor de este fin de semana. Y lo mejor, pero no fue lo mejor para Rodney Vicio, para el salteño, físicamente impecable. Cuidado, un susto y nada más. Si pegó
que iba lento en la recta principal, a ver si puede recuperar el actual campeón de la categoría. Ay, trompazo. Hay un golpe, hay un toque, la final.
Largada muy prolija cuando alguien se cruza en trompo en la curva y contracurva en el medio. Bien, desapareció el Piquilorda cuando Carlitos Ruiz se toca ahí con Barrenechea.
Big crash for Andy Irwin. Ride is going to get it, I'm sure. Danny Kent sits up. Ride goes up the...
Viene Villanueva octavo, viene la máquina de Prado noveno, viene Daniel Aranda décimo. Está la máquina perteneciente. Ahí lo tenemos a ver. Toque.
Martinoglio, mira, esto es la lucha, la pelea por ese lugar.
Claro, se pone de costado y atrás, yo no sé si no hay otro toque. Uy, qué golpazo. Lo levanta.
Com o Citroën Saxo parte quinto.
Sorry, Grande has taken up the inside. Johan Gustafsson hits the tyres. Spins, the 7-time world champion makes it.
Struggles. The Hyundais make a great start. Räikkönen storms into turn one. Contact with Bossard. Oh, Bossard puts him into the barrier.
So they were only a 10th apart. James behind. It's absolutely brutal. They've just caught the end of the tyre barrier. Luckily, it looks worse than it is. John Seal by himself, middle of crane, his car just goes straight. I don't know if that's a car failure, but that is so scary. When you think how long he's been crashing for, and then how hard he still hits the barriers. That was a safety car. Price must have rear-ended, actually in the side, wasn't it? Really late on the brakes. Does well himself, but Ian Camber, I think, must have suspension.
Proof what our feeling is Motohiko Isasaki, and this is why he's going to see the meatball flag, and that is because of Favreau, who I think may have lost the back end of the car.
Yeah, not only do.
Woo! Does that not? What could he have done differently there?
To be honest, it's not easy to say something. When you are in this condition, it's always easy to do a small mistake, and maybe you cannot.
This is what happened here. Ooh! Once you are on that wet grass, you are nothing other than a passenger, and that is.
They come out in 20 seconds. Let's just see what goes on here. Oh, he got a tap. He got a tap. Oh, into Porsche tree. He's gone into Porsche tree. And the exit between. Oh, and that's damaged the.